Good morning, everyone. I am Renato Perucchio, Professor and Chair of Mechanical Engineering. As the Director of the program in Archaeology, Technology and Historical Structures, welcome to all of you and congratulations to the class of 2020. Professors Elisabeth Colantoni from Religion and Classics, John Lambropoulos, Mechanical Engineering, Michael Jarvis from History, and Stephanie Bautista, Religion and Classics, join me in congratulating our ATHS graduates. Established in 2008, Archaeology, Technology and Historical Structures, ATHS in brief, is an innovative multidisciplinary program which studies the establishment and evolution of technological, architectural and engineering practices and their relationship to the ancient and pre-industrial societies and cultures. Students learn to apply engineering, archaeological, architectural and historical methodologies to explore the creation of artifacts, buildings and infrastructural systems within and across societies and cultures from the first millennium BC to the 18th century. A prominent feature of the program is undergraduate research under the aegis of both the University of Rochester and prestigious foreign academic institutions to address issues of interpretation, conservation, and restoration of the world's cultural heritage. ATHS has been recognized as a signature academic program of the college for the way it connects engineering and the humanities, offering a major that is unique to Rochester and to North American academia. The program has been designed with two audiences in mind. On the one hand, students in the humanities interested in archaeology, architecture, art history, classics, and history, but also with the desire for critical insight into the material culture and technology of pre-industrial societies. On the other hand, students interested in an interdisciplinary engineering field, emphasizing technology, design, materials, structures, and architecture in the context of historical monuments. The program tracks are designed to prepare students for graduate studies in archaeology, architecture, civil or mechanical engineering. Either in archaeology, architectural engineering, the ATHS program provides majors with a unique personal path to intellectual discovery and academic growth. A multidisciplinary program such as ATHS is inherently challenging due to the variety of disciplines involved. The class of 2020 met the challenge with passion, creativity, academic commitment, and ultimately with resounding success. We will now begin with the presentations of the diplomas. Robert Cecil. Robert has earned distinction in ATHS. Robert is also the recipient of the Ronald E. McNair Scholarship and the Alice de Simon Leadership Award. I'll read Robert's statement. ATHS allowed me to explore my curiosity in precisely the amount of diversity and rigor that I wished. I was naturally able to follow my interest in the directions of engineering, art, social theory, and research, learning to piece the world together from a variety of angles and discover and dissect evidence and information of all kinds. The journey has taken me halfway across the planet, propelled me into my current job, and has prepared me for future education. Continuing to build on a number of activities and skills I learned in Professor Perucchio's program, Field School and Laboratory, I am currently working for a reality capture company, Nexus 3D Consulting, that mainly services civil engineering practices where I do laser scanning, analysis, 3D modeling, and more. I hope to eventually pursue graduate studies in architecture and design. I would like to offer a special thanks to Professor Renato Perucchio and Ellen C. Topolsky, who have made my undergraduate experience better than I could have ever anticipated and have helped me grow and understand myself and the world. To this I add my personal considerations on really the true pleasure having Robbie in my classes, particularly in the field school in Ghana, and then working with other undergraduate students in my lab on the structural analysis of the Elmina Castle, the monument that we were studying in Ghana. He proved to be an enthusiastic and quick learner, an out-of-the-box thinker. He met the high standards of the engineering undergraduate who do research in my laboratory, helped develop a series of complex structural engineering models, and finally contributed to a technical paper which will be presented at the leading international conference on the structural analysis of historical monuments. He also sustained the spirit of everyone in my lab by bringing an excellent selection of candies to all research meetings, with particular selection of chocolates, I must add. We will miss Robbie, and we wish him every success in his new endeavors. Ji-Tsien Chen, double major in economics and high distinction in ATHS. I'm reading his statement. As a student majoring in ATHS, I was provided with the opportunity to explore the charming and fabulous ancient world. I've always aspired to learn about the architecture in antiquity, and the program enabled me not only to have a comprehensive knowledge of the art history of Rome, Greece, and the Islamic world, but also equipped me with technical knowledge through mechanical engineering courses. I will probably not pursue a career in this field, but my experience and knowledge acquired through the ATHS program is irreplaceable. Ji-Tsien developed his ATHS program with a well-constructed series of courses in engineering mechanics and structural engineering. His is an excellent example of the multidisciplinary nature of our program, connecting engineering and the humanities. I had the pleasure of having him as a student in 3 of those courses, beginning with the engineering of bridges and ending with building engineering and technology in antiquity. Ji-Tsien is a serious person and a very dedicated student who performs well in all his courses, either in the sciences or in the humanities. I'm sure that he will be successful, whichever direction he will take in his future career, and hope he will continue to cultivate his interest for the ancient world. Ad Meliora. Gaia Settermo Howard. Double major besides ATHS, she's receiving a Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, oboe, from Eastman. She's a member of Phi Beta Kappa and Pi Kappa Lambda. Gaia has earned the highest distinction in ATHS. I'm reading Gaia's statement. As an ATHS major, I've been able to pursue a variety of topics in the realm of historical technology, ranging from Greek archaeology to 16th century Portuguese fortresses. The multidisciplinary structure of the major has taught me to make connections between data from different frames of study and understanding. Because I am a dual degree student, this multidisciplinary framework has allowed me to expand my musical study to both an artistic and scholarly practice. My study abroad experience in Ghana with ATHS helped me grow infinitely as a researcher and as a person. I intend to carry these experiences with me as I continue to bridge the gaps between scientific and historical disciplines in my master's program. I now add my own comments on Gaia. Gaia stood out in the 3 engineering classes she took with me. In addition, she contributed to the success of the 2019 Ghana Field School, which I directed. But Gaia is not just a brilliant student who will excel in any academic challenge, in engineering as well as in the humanities. As I learned in Ghana, she is also an extraordinarily compassionate person who cares deeply about the human condition. It has been my privilege and a great enjoyment to supervise her senior thesis on material aspects of the architecture of the 16th century Portuguese seaborne empire. Her enthusiasm for this truly multidisciplinary study was beyond contagious. My research meetings with her were amongst the most rewarding aspects of my past 2 semesters. Gaia will be attending a fully funded Master of Music 2-year program at Juilliard, where she will be studying historical performance. Because Juilliard has a program where she can take free classes at Columbia, Gaia plans to continue her studies of archaeology for enrichment during that program. We wish you, Gaia, continued success in merging together your musical and historical interest. And please make sure to continue to invite us to your oboe performances.
Hello, and greetings from my underground COVID man cave, where I've spent much of the past 6 weeks. Many of you will recognize the space behind me from classes. I'm here because Ewan Shannon has asked me to virtually confer their degree, and it is my great honor to do so. Ewan is graduating with high distinction and as a member of Phi Beta Kappa. I've worked with Ewan over the past 4 years and enjoyed seeing a tremendous amount of personal and intellectual growth. Being a part of the ATHS major has given Ewan a wonderful space to dive deep into a study that has fascinated and captivated them since childhood. Not only has Ewan studied archaeology, but they have also been exposed to everything from mechanical engineering to Latin and sculpture through the ATHS major. The program offered Ewan amazing opportunities to study and conduct hands-on fieldwork in Ghana and Bermuda during summers and spring breaks. And this is where I first came to know Ewan, as a rising sophomore in my summer 2017 field school on Smith's Island. And they blossomed from a self-conscious newbie to a competent excavator despite heat, daily boat rides, and the exhausting demands of digging. I was therefore delighted the following summer when Ewan joined me on a digital archaeology field school in Ghana. Not only did they put up with even greater heat and trying conditions in a foreign culture, but they also did amazing traditional ethnographic fieldwork on Elmina traditional canoe construction, and also learned photogrammetry. In fact, I just used one of Ewan's models in a new build of Fort Amsterdam that I'm working on. Ewan and I have finished our time together this semester, returning to Bermuda to survey Trunk Island. And as the world collapsed around us in March, I was able to observe firsthand how Ewan had become a sharp, confident field archaeologist who could read the dirt, interpret material culture, and ask great questions of the past. Ewan would like to send a special thank you to all of the faculty they have had the privilege of learning under. Ewan's childhood dream of studying archaeology has not only been realized, but also surpassed. Ewan is currently applying to jobs and internships and hopes to spend a year working for the National Park Service before continuing on to grad school. I think I speak for everyone in the ATHS program when I wish Ewan the very best in the years to come. Thank you. Congratulations, Ewan.
The ATHS diploma ceremony is coming to conclusion. I express again sincere congratulations to all of you and to your families. The faculty and staff, our incredible Nairi Tajirian with us, join me in celebrating your graduation and your many achievements at the University of Rochester. You have successfully completed a rigorous multidisciplinary program which will serve you well for the rest of your life, whichever direction you will decide to go. We have witnessed your growth over the last 4 years and are proud of your accomplishments in the classrooms and in research labs. To those of you who have served the school and college in a multitude of campus organizations, we are grateful and feel much richer for your contributions. We wish you success in your future endeavors and in the contributions you will make to solving the problems of our time. The moment is challenging and the issues are serious, perhaps critical, but you have the energy, the preparation, and the commitment to propose new and better solutions. The education you have received empowers you to transform society. Don't hesitate to rise up to the challenge. Looking forward to when we will be able to hold this celebration on campus, we wish you and your families ad meliora, ever better.